Hello, welcome back everybody. This is your boy JLB, so hope you're having a good week. We're gonna jump right back into Avowed and continue our journey through Dreamscourg to Third Born. Recently, in our previous session, we just got into Dreamscourg, explored a bit, helped feel the locals around there. Left off at this well. Well, with further ado, let's go back right in. Give everything a minute to render in.
Wonderful. Now I'm wet.
Jihad? Oh.
You hear that? Someone is in terrible pain.
Not bad, envoy.
Watch yourselves.
Not bad indeed. These must be the crystal. Crystal spiders that journal was talking about.
Quiet, Nimdude.
What are you calling a Nimdude? Nimdude? It's around here.
Dream thralls in cages. Cave decor's gotten a lot weirder the last few years.
I am trapped. Branches and bunches of branches, unbreakable.
Innumerable blossoms, each with its own cry, crying through me.
Lost the cave stone. Vines reach canopy sky. Cave gone. Cannot. Where? Oh, let's not open that. What's going on here? The affliction begins with brief absence.
We made an oath.
We can do nothing for them.
We're down.
You guys thought you guys were secured here?
Who are you? What do you want from us? Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
That's a fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the envoy, by any chance? We've heard rumors of your coming.
Good rumors, I hope. I work hard on developing an excellent reputation.
We heard that you speak with the voice of the Emperor, that you come in the name of the Empire.
So you must be acquainted with Captain Weemgar, then. That's fortuitous. Who created a small settlement here after Adir ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local adherents warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area. We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Weemgar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether Dream Thralls can be permitted to live.
So why are you harboring Dream Thralls?
Gods, I wish we never had.
We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
You want to save the Dream Thralls?
It was certainly the desired outcome. But given what we've seen of the plague, we may have to kill them instead.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy.
What can I do?
Kill the Dream Thralls for us. That way Weemgar will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the Dream Thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends, your husband, and my brother. No, just ask Weemgar for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry to think straight. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next.
Alright, I'll go kill the Dreamscourg.
Please, think about this. My brother is one of them.
Better they die than us, you imbecile.
Oh, shut up. You're a cold-hearted monster. I don't know what my brother ever saw in you.
I don't.
Big.
I'm sorry, guys. Good bear. Who's a good companion?
Well,
The Dreamscourg are dead.
this miserable chapter is over. Halfor would have preferred we made a breakthrough in our studies. But at least he's at peace.
I envy his peace. The steel garrote will hunt us forever.
If we had better provisions, we'd at least be able to hide out here until the Inquisitor's attention wanders.
No, just put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us, Envoy. Kill her if you must.
Jeez, that last one. Go to Eagle's Reach. The Dreamscourg is dead. Wingar won't have an excuse to take you in.
You've doomed us, Envoy. He'll just tell the steel garrote, and they'll flay us.
You whine too much. We'll go to Eagle's Reach. Hopefully you won't prove our friend here right.
We owe it to my brother to do something with our lives, I suppose. Can't conduct our studies if we're dead.
Let's take out the healer first. Whoa. I'm gonna be fast. Good job, team.
Did you see me, Marius?
Got him. Let's see what this Dreamscourg is hiding. Protocol practitioner here. Oh. Who are you?
Who are you? What do you want? We don't have to know each other.
We most certainly don't. What are you doing here?
I don't owe you any answers. Go away. Some of us are trying not to be found. Some of us just... Fuck. Fuck! I should have been there for him.
For who? You're a soldier, aren't you?
I was, once. Have to get rid of these clothes. As soon as I... Gods, what am I gonna do?
Can I help you at all?
No, no, no. Nobody can help. I got myself into this mess. It's my fault, all of it. Can't go back to Third Born. Can't go through Eagle's Reach. This place is just fucked. It's all fucked.
Look at me. I say run, find yourself a nice cave, and quietly hate yourself for the next few years.
Tall grass means enemies nearby.
Watch out! Reinforcements! Never had a chance.
Who goes?
You noticed?
He's also.
What's up?
Whoa.
You're too late.
Ooh.
Everybody all right?
They spawned that bear right by me? That's not nice.
Marius, could I examine your soul?
Oh, no. You'll use none of that spooky soul business on me.
But I promised to be gentle.
What are you even looking for?
Nothing. Anything. I'm sure I'll know when I find it.
And so will the rest of them.
Don't you trust me?
You? Sure. It's all the animancy I have trust problems with.
I'll try not to take that personally. Suit yourself.
Or Third Born.
Ah, you must be the envoy. I hoped you might stop by. Welcome to the mines.
I see the sands didn't swallow you whole.
We've been discussing how best to reopen these sulfur mines. Sulfur's a key ingredient in gunpowder, which is crucial for Third Born's defense.
Tell me about the exit initiative. What exactly are we trying to do?
Our objective is simple. Restart production in the old Pogrunen mines so Third Born can arm themselves. They need sulfur to have a chance against the Dream Thralls, and we...
And you need to sanitize the name of Adir. After what happened in Fior.
True, but moreover, we need to make sure we're not the only ones taking on the threat in Shatterscarp. Our efforts went well, until the spiders came.
Chased out by spiders, so much for the vaunted bravery of Third Born. No, the
An
spiders.
As the team mapped the mine, they opened a sealed
That probably would
passage.
pissed her off.
The spiders poured out.
Many of our soldiers died fighting so Third Born's miners could escape. But we are determined to not let it end in tragedy. If you'd be willing, Envoy, you may even be the face of our triumph.
If it helps anyone fight Dreamscourg, I'm up for it.
Thank you. I knew we could rely on you. If you destroyed the spiders' nests, it'd be a tremendous boon to us all. Isn't that right, Carter?
Don't presume to speak for me.
The mine's entrance is just down the path. Speak to Darla, the guard at the gate. He'll let you in.
I saw you talking with our overseers. I'm guessing they sent you over to clean out the mines then? Take care of Third Born's mess.
You're not very keen on this partnership, are you?
I wasn't keen before the spiders ate everyone, and I'm certainly not keen after. Do you know what they did? While our engineers inspected the place, their miners just went and opened a sealed path. And before we knew it, fucking skitter. Dreamscourged spiders. Twice the size of you and me. Third Born ran out. Most of theirs survived. Our people died fighting.
And you hold them accountable for that? You don't think much of Third Born, do you?
Does it matter what I think?
For what it's worth, I think our energy is best spent elsewhere.
I thought you'd get it. I'll put it like this. These are dark times. Fire is going to light Adir's way. And I don't think we should give a spark, let alone a mine's worth of sulfur to anyone else. But I know you have a duty, and I don't want to keep you from it. I'll let you through to the mines.
Maybe. Markland's Fury.
Lead the way.
Never saw it coming.
Poor guy. Just a little bit of fall damage. No resistance.
Nice! Take him down.
Oh.
Nicely done.
Right in the blind spot.
Place reminds me of growing up in Solace. Less petty judgment and political bickering here, I suppose.
Nice, clean kill. Never had a chance.
Oh, where'd that other one go? Oh, hi, guys.
Look alive. Not bad, envoy.
Whoa!
Couldn't have done it better. That was a close one.
That was.
Here they come.
They're coming! Quick as a fox! Nicely done! Another soul for the wheel!
Spider nest ahead. Your eyes open.
Darling? What are you doing here?
Thank Wodaka you're back. We haven't much time.
Gods, this Nim dude's planning to blow up the mine, isn't he? Let me guess, it's the Steel Garrote again, isn't it? You found something else to destroy.
The Steel Garrote? I wish I served beneath their banner, but I suppose that doesn't matter now. I need you to listen. We have one chance to avert war with Third Born, and it's by blowing up the mine right now.
War? What war?
We're opening these mines so Third Born can mine sulfur, right? So they can have ammunition for the Dream Thralls. I mean. What help did Third Born offer when Shadclef burned down? What about the scouts who went... They'll strike at us as soon as they have an opening.
You're planning for a war that hasn't started by making enemies you don't have. And they call me irrational.
Maybe Adir could try not going around taking people's land. Just a thought.
Half these people served in the Rowatine Imperial Navy, and the other half were pirates. It's only a matter of time before they turn their cannons on us.
Anger swathed in fire, teeth at the throat. Who bit first?
You don't know that.
Oh, I don't. But that doesn't matter. What matters is whether they can try. Ease in, boy. There's no time. I need to work quickly before they notice I'm gone.
I can't let you do this.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I thought you would understand. Fine. I'll do what I must.
He didn't stand a chance. Those were like blows
I was worried for a second.
his head over and over again. Worry about what? Dang, it's night already.
Envoy, good to see you again. We wanted to,
I want answers, Envoy.
We saw the guard, Darla, headed after you, and, heard some, shouting. What exactly happened?
One of the spires got Darla.
Darla was killed by a spider? I see.
I know you're lying, Envoy. I don't know how exactly, not yet, but I know you are.
Please, Kada, don't worry about this incident. I'll make sure we have a full investigation into the matter.
No, Seon. Third Born will investigate this without Adiran interference.
As you wish. I'll manage it from here, Envoy. Don't worry. The mines are open and free again, so all should be well.
Never saw you coming.
There's a canyon behind the waterfall. Here we go. Hello?
Spirit, does anything rhyme with orange?
Orange? Marco.
Who goes there? Oh, a traveler. I feared you might be something dangerous.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Interrupt? No. You are a gift from the gods, and none too soon. For days now, I have languished. I cannot initiate my next verse. My well cannot run dry now. This must be a masterpiece.
A bard? From Third Born?
A chanter, thank you. Even a mad world needs the bounty of words and music. Though the townsfolk did insist I learn how to defend myself. Yeah, no matter. I'll not let unproductive thoughts stand in my way. I must feed the souls of Third Born. Minoa's in particular.
Writing poetry for someone? Now I have to hear it.
You are deliverance personified. Here, better to show you. Read these 2 lines. Which one should I begin my praises with?
You make me broad in the beam.
Brilliant! I preferred that one myself, but I didn't want to influence you. Now, which one of these should come next?
In the fleet of love, you are the admiral.
Ingenious. And after that?
Together we sail smooth.
Thank the gods! Finally, I think it's taking shape. I should leave at once. I will contemplate the rest on the way. Third Born will be thrilled with our efforts.
Anyone can write a poem, but not everyone is a poet.
Pray, say you're an ass, as I got lost in your eyes, and supplies are running low. Your eyes are like the sea in which a lot of my friends have dropped.
You know what I miss? Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child. The gifted magpie used to make a delicious flashberry jam.
Ooh, sweet and a little tangy, with a nice snap when you bite down. Huh. A little spicy burn if you leave the seeds in.
Oh, that's it. Now I'm hungry again. And I would kill for a flashberry.
I'll have to get some more of those next time I'm in the stair.
Now that I think of it, my father had a recipe for flashberry pie. I'll write it down for you later.
I knew I liked you. I just never knew why until this very moment.
Anyways, Jata, he has something to say.
When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur. But here we are. Thanks to you, Third Born will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory.
You don't sound convinced.
At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dreamscourg. It'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches. Still, maybe a little gunpowder is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer, not a strategist.
Okay, that's enough for now. Get some rest.
You too. Would you ever consider using animancy at sea?
Nope. Too unpredictable.
Surely you see the potential. It could improve navigation, lighting, and even fishing.
And the last thing you want is your navigator hearing voices, or your hull catching fire when one of those devices messes up.
Where's your spirit of adventure?
Alive to tell the tale, thank you.
There we go. Working again at last. Told you there's nothing to worry about.
Yes.
Nothing to worry about. There's a scourge out there. Never mind. Finally, I can return to my damned work.
Alright guys, go.
Are they? Did you?
Are they dead?
We made it painless as possible.
That is a salve. Thank you. All of you.
The grief you're feeling now, it doesn't go away, but you learn to live with it. Eventually, you befriend it. Trust me.
Let's go, Namiho. We need to be with them now.
They'll be all right. Eventually.
Here we go.
Good job, guys. Who's a good bear? Who's a good bear? You a good bear.
Quiet, Nimdude.
Don't call me a Nindude, Nindude. Let's go. I meant to press that. Good job. Ooh. I got you, Marius. Ooh.
We got them all. Trespassers. We see.
It's like Third Born. There are dream thralls up ahead. Let's hope clear them.
Watch yourselves. Wait, savior.
timing, stranger.
Thank the gods for the cavalry. Fucking dream thralls.
Let's finish this.
Come on.
Aren't they?
The dream thrall. But they didn't. You're just going to pretend like nothing happened?
Yes, because of the adherent. Thankfully.
Strange dreams lately?
Darn, Aruta's a 2K.
And you should respect our authority to protect Third Born from unknown dangers like you.
Come on, Darren. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt he could have done that if he was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
Are you smoking Sveth? The adherents tried raising Fior. We'll be next.
Not the adherence. Still grow.
Not much of a difference, if you ask me.
Darren, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Third Born has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
That's the problem with the Dreamscourg. When you find symptoms, it's already too late.
We better get to clearing out these corpses. We'll need help. There's too many to haul off between the two of us.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was... I think I saw my uncle out there. He left a few weeks ago on a trade caravan.
Nah, that don't mean nothing. Could be someone else. Don't give up hope.
I saw his face through a crack in the gates. It's him! I don't want it to be him.
We can go check if you'd like.
Are we safe in here? Will the dream thralls break through?
That's not a fair question to ask.
It's okay, and I don't know. But we'll do everything we can to keep you safe. I can promise both of you that at least.
Love, look! It's him!
Oh, Envoy!
Hey!
Envoy, it's so good to see you alive and well.
The same for you. How have things been since you got to Third Born?
Peaceful. Like when we first made our way to Paradise so many years ago. We've settled in nicely and are starting to feel at home here.
Peaceful's an interesting word to use, love. The dream thralls are exceedingly aggressive out here.
Yes, well, the guards have been handling them just fine. I'll take it for now. How about you, Envoy? How have the living lands been treating you?
I have never felt so alive before. The wilderness here is breathtaking.
Finally, someone that sees the beauty that this place holds.
Just don't ignore the danger. Speaking of, we have something that might be of use to you. Whoever lived here last must have left this armor behind. As beautiful as it is, Gladwine and I have no need of it. We'd like for you to have it.
Oh, thank you. This is very generous, thank you.
No, thank you, Envoy, for everything.
Be safe out there, friend.
Laura?
Envoy? You get around, don't you?
Hey, yo, Chico.
Godlike! Winds above! You're really here! I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Third Born. We've got to do something about the Dreamscourg. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself. And we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like my Uncle Capo.
Capo's your uncle? He's a well-known hunter. Almost as good as me.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work.
You need courage, planning, and luck on your side to slay a beast like that.
Exactly! Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Third Born's ever seen. But, well, Third Born hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Third Born could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know?
Damn my eyes! A child of Adir! Indulge an old soul. My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
It seems like there's plenty of civilization to go around here in this one.
Oh, it's nothing so grand as your capital city and its glittering port. Even this outpost's lighthouse, fair though she is, would reach only the knee of Wodaka's statue in High Crown.
If he loves the Empire so much, perhaps he should go live there.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall grass pikemen on parade.
It's not often you meet a patriot up in Adir in the living lands. Are you a fellow citizen?
Me? Oh, no, envoy, you flatter me. I had a chance once, but no. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew. Dear Tawe, Koa, Ranga, they saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Nostalgia and alcohol are a dangerous mixture.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. Only wish I could invite my crew to my table, to share one last drink and part as friends.
You know, I'm really good at fighting people.
Is that so? I'd thought, I'd hoped. Would you venture out beyond the walls to look for them?
Consider it done.
I knew the moment I saw you, you were a paragon of your people. If anyone could convince Taue, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink with me, it's you.
Where can I find Taue?
Just to the northeast, living by an oasis in the Sand Sea. No fence, no walls, no roof, exposed to the world. But that's our Taue. Nothing ever troubled him that the stars couldn't fix.
Tell me what you know about Koa.
Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. Fled to the shark's teeth with a few others when the plague came. He always had a fragile soul.
What should I know about Ranga?
She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder than out beneath the sky. I expect she's still holed up in the mine outside of town, polishing her art.
I'll keep an eye out for them.
Of course. You have been more than generous with your time as it is. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, Envoy, and in all your labors to come.
Oh, maybe I should hire a bard.
You there, the one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple favor? Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you look especially fungal today? Really, it's radiant. I've got a bit of a personal matter, and I'd appreciate some help.
What's wrong?
A kind and helpful soul comes to my aid. Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods, something I'd rather stay private. Embarrassing, you know. So, I'm quite desperate for a friendly and discreet courier.
Where do I pick up this package? If it's so embarrassing, why not get the package yourself?
I can't leave my shop. What if there's a tsunami? Or particularly rowdy children? Oh, you should go, not me. You'll probably be fine.
Famous last words.
My supplier has sequestered himself somewhere with my package. To find him, I'd have to follow the path. They communicate through graffiti, if you can believe it. I've not been able to find any of it, though. Maybe you'll have better luck.
What about the arrow right behind you?
You think I don't know every inch of my own shop? I'd know if there was an arrow anywhere near it.
I must admit, I thought it was decorative. A statement about the illusion of choice.
Oh, looks like you best be off. Be sure to get there and back quick as you can. I'll be here waiting. Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
If you need skates, we got things for you to kill.
And keep getting away with this. Follow up with the AS to swordfish. Getting fights to break out.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to Third Born. How can the Tiranui help? Something illegal in the only town for miles? You should sign up for the Tiranui. We could use smart folks like you. I'm sure something untoward is happening, but I can't do anything without
Brilliant deduction, Constable. You're a credit to law enforcement.
Yeah, well, thank you for being such a good citizen. Make sure to come back once you've got something I can actually work with. Well, off you go then. Back to killing things and leaving me alone. Oh, you're back. What do you want? Really? Which one?
I killed Dreamscourg dwarf.
One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. Well, off you go then. Back to killing things and leaving me alone.
Attention, the reward will be given for killing the Zora chieftain named. Their tribe has ambushed several. They are known to nest within one of the larger rock structures in the Great Sand Sea. Okay.
Let me know when you've taken care of the Zora.
Another of those blights. Galloway's tusk by the golden ruins.
I've heard of throwing rocks at people, but not the other way around.
Shark's teeth.
Enjoy skeleton hunting, friend. It'll be good to have just a little less crime around here.
Perch on a great arch with seaside view. Perilous plants and vertebrates. 2 weeks with we got 2 weeks more with snow.
You're telling me they nearly destroyed Viewer?
Yes, and they stole my research on the bodies. I have to get it back.
Let it go, Yatzli. They'll kill you.
They can certainly try.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. We're in desperate need of another scholar.
Darling, always a pleasure to see you. And you even brought a Pargroon friend. See the red highlights in his mustache? It's a dead giveaway.
Not now, Yatzli. I want answers. Why have you come to Third Born? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
It could have been worse. I stopped Ludwig from harming Fior.
And that is the only good to come out of the matter. The attempt on an independent city like Fior is just...
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Day and night, people are hungry and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Inquisitor Ludwig has a message for you.
To Head Sharpshooter, First Class of Shatterscarp, Tamirti Kaiwa III. Ludwig wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garrote's wrath. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
No, Yatzli. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender.
Those ruins belong to the Godless. If you want to end the play, you need to enter them before Ludwig does.
Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's one little problem. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringgrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatzli. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Is there anyone in there who doesn't want a piece of these ruins? What could Ringgrim need with them?
Something important. An Archmage doesn't waste time on frivolities.
But why Naku Kubel specifically? The ruins have stood for centuries, and there are plenty of other places to look at dream thralls. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwig wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringgrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
But I can track her through the ice. Maybe she'll talk to me if I do.
Everything I've ever learned tells me not to go digging through the ice to get the attention of a mad Archmage.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain.
Is it strange that I'm only more interested now?
Yes, and please, I don't need to know more. Ringgrim's given me and my troops enough nightmares already. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatzli, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
Whoa.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck.
Are you wishing Yatzli or me luck?
You'll find out the answer to that soon enough. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatzli, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an archmage, after all.
Thank goodness we have Yatzli. Our little friend group needed a bit of chaos.
Thank you for returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do. Some young idiot Third Borners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would. And now, predictably, they're missing.
What do you think happened?
Probably got murdered for their arrogance. I hope not, though. We need every able soldier. Idiots decided they'd train themselves by taking on the Zarops out in the Deadfall Highlands. They haven't come back. Figure out what happened, report back, and I'll scrounge up some change for you.
Past the Dry Lake, northwest.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Let me know if you need something. Best weapons this side of Abidan's forge.
Do you know how to force this into anything?
I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is probably your best bet if you're looking for someone who does.
That'll be awful.
Yoo-hoo! Over here, dearie. Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Ringrim?
You see, the sight of her drives men to such terror. They cut out their eyes and I offer them.
Well, with her skill in spellcraft, she certainly could do so if she wanted to. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Aora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Aldra's titties, the Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant.
Do you think she's after the garden like we are?
Maybe. Maybe not. But Nakukubel is very old and very large. But I've no idea why an illusionist would care for godless artifacts. Yours truly excluded, of course. There must be something in there of interest to Ringrim. Probably something powerful.
Now it's our chance to find out.
I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. The Garrote bastards stole all my research about the Godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Reengrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
Marius, no, Giada.
Naturally. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do. Really, though, that would be dangerous. We'll catch up later, Yatzli. Take care of the envoy for me.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Minowa, how thy waves do break upon my haggard shore. The horizon of thy smile maketh me broad in the beam.
Honestly, Umato.
In the fleet of love, thou art the admiral. Thy seagull cry pierceth my heart. Together, we sail smoothly as the stars guideth our way.
You're so creative.
Oh, you hesitate. Have I offended you somehow? Do you doubt my regard for you?
Well, you did compare me to a seagull.
Where's Dr. Capo? Capo?
Yeah. If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
Oh, let me guess. My Nikai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
I did meet Chico. They seem nice.
Damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer me up, but there's not much point these days. Back when Third Born was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I've slain 1,000 Zorips, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan.
Chico mentioned that. So, one hero to another. How do you do it?
Ah, let me tell you. I had but a few harpoons and a single boat that morning. It had taken days to track the creature. My food and water were running out. When I found it, the beast heaved itself up from the water and crashed down onto me. And there, I thrust a harpoon deep into its belly and killed it. Oh, it took days to tow its body back on the flotsam of my boat.
Seems reasonable. Except for the part with the harpoons and the Leviathan dying.
Ah, well, those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do in Third Born anymore. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Ah, good to know someone is looking out for Third Born at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while. I want to see my heart one last time.
Will you get it for me?
Sounds interesting. I'm always up for a challenge.
Oh, good, good. A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable. And I had the only one in the living lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe, hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast. But now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Huh. A trapped ruin that isn't from the Godless? It'll be interesting to compare.
Good luck, godlike.
What's up?
Hey, Envoy? Got a second? I could really use a favor.
What do you need?
I've got to take a piss. Real bad. Do you think you could stand at my post while I go?
Alright, don't take forever.
Oh, God bless you, Envoy. I'll be quick. I promise.
Hurry up. Look at him around. Is he coming back? I really hope he comes back. Hello. Please don't take forever.
This is what we're doing now? Waiting for a guard to drain his bladder?
Hey!
I knew it. Now I suddenly have to go too.
Then go, Marius. I had this. I don't. Look, see? He came back. A little lost, but he's back.
Oh, that was satisfying, but thank you, Envoy, for watching my post. Thank the gods.
That was a good quest. Best quest ever.
The Dreamscourg is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands.
Even if we heal the living lands, we still need to wrest it away from the steel growth.
How can anyone expect us to do both? As if the Dreamscourg wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness.
That's true of the steel growth, but not all of our Adir.
The steel garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three.
We can. It won't be easy, but we'll make it.
You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but It feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am.
Must be nice having Yatzli around.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatzli. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatzli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
We all need a few bad influences in our lives.
Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins?
Maybe she knows more than she lets on.
She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Not before I've done some reading.
Okay. Hey, Yatzli. Welcome to the
To the
team.
camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course.
I've slept in worse places and usually behind enemy lines.
Just as things could be worse, they could also be a lot better, envoy. But as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind?
Why did I find you alone in some old ruins in Avowed Stair?
Well, because I'm the foremost expert on the godless, of course. So I must study their artifacts when I can. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find.
Did you learn of the godless when you were studying the arcane arts?
Technically, yes. Well, it set me on the path, at least. First grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire.
When you say everything...
I mean, my arm wasn't the only casualty. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end.
Did you ever end up getting that spell ring?
Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark in the dreams.
Yatzli. Oh my gosh. That burn must have been painful at times.
Usually I enjoy a bit of pain, but this was a bit too much. I wouldn't recommend it. As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Yatzli, when all of this is behind us, are you going back to Fior Mesiverno?
It's hard to imagine leaving forever, especially with Quilichi still there. What about you, dearie?
Even if I could go back, it wouldn't be the same. Who
Oh.
knows? Maybe getting banished was the best thing that's happened to me in a while.
Maybe Fjord was holding you back. And you can return one day to rub all your success in their faces.
You're too kind to me, Yatzli. I don't deserve you.
For all you put up with from me, I'm sure I could be kinder. But I'm always happy to help.
Oh.
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time?
You finally ready to talk about what happened in Neverstare?
Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count. But Fiora and its people are safe. That's what matters. Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise.
It's the still girl you're mad at, not a bureaucrat.
Boy, you'll find that I'm unreasonable from time to time, so hush. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. I don't know how things are in Paradise, but at least no one's tried to set it to the torch recently. I mean, I assume.
Have you known Dimitri long?
Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young at heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerti. Third Born's close to Naku Kubel, and a girl's gotta eat sometime.
Okay, where have you gone? Why set roots in the stair?
Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. I've cataloged many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling.
A warm welcome from the Ancestors? How do you get that?
Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course. But a larger part of it is time. Hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again.
Is that how you met and wooed Quilichi with snacks?
My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Quilichi and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
And you lived happily ever after, right?
Oh, it's not a fairy tale, darling. We've been happy for the most part. Any rough patches got smoothed over well enough. I only thought about killing him once or twice. He's probably thought the same a bit more. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently. Any sense of safety just went poof. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out.
People are alive, so there's hope. Buildings can be rebuilt.
Right. The city can be replaced, but not its residents. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me.
Okay.
How can I help, darling?
What do you think of our travel companions?
We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. I'd seen Kai around once or twice, and always thought he was charming enough. He's got a sharp tongue, though. Makes me like him even more. And Marius. I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money.
I just want to help my team.
A very fine sentiment. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all...
I do have a sweetheart. I do have a sweetheart at home, but it will be a long. I have a lot of friends back in Adir.
So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie.
Come on, you could she have been simple and sweet. Dark, empty ruins. Those could be very good places for a rendezvous, couldn't they?
Why do you think Wilichi and I went to Naku Tedek in the first place?
Oh.
Of course, other lovers were less willing. Something about them being gross and terrifying. I just think it adds to the excitement. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more... opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say?
Whatever you want to teach me, I'm ready to learn.
How about I show you a little bit of everything? What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use. Oh, I'm beautiful, darling, but usually my admirers hide their stares a little better.
Oh, I wasn't, I mean, you do look lovely, but, all this time on the road, and you look as fresh as spring berries. I just wondered how you do it.
Oh, why, thank you. It took a while to find a product that worked so well.
Any tips for scales? No matter how much I scrub, I never feel like I'm getting the dust out.
Darling, sweetheart, I would love to build a regimen for you. Next time we go back to Fjord, we'll make a quick stop at my usual supplier.
It's a date.
Yatzli, you have more to say?
Do you think those Adirans were onto something? Or were they onto something before you ended their studies? Do you think they could have cured the Dreamscourg?
I don't know, but their subjects were in an accident. waiting to happen.
Dearie, the best science has a little danger attached. I just hope we made the right decision.
We're going after the source. That's what.
I suppose you're right. But we missed an opportunity to learn more. And we won't get such a chance again. I hate to see it slip through our fingers. Had you left them to their own devices, who knows what we would have gained. A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dreamscourg? And even other ailments? But our loss, I suppose. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling?
How do you cope with the stress of travel?
These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that?
Tell me about it. My hair refuses to cooperate with me, so... with me now.
Now, imagine that every inch of you is frizzing up. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing.
You should look pretty for yourself, not just for Quilici. Do we need to pay a visit to Verdes?
Offering, but no. Let's give him a chance to miss me first. Just make our reunion all the sweeter. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie.
I feel like you're exaggerating how many stairs you got.
Trust me, I'm used to getting looked at. For good reasons, and bad. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord.
That sounds lovely.
You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
Alright, Kai.
Third Born. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place.
When were you last there?
6 years ago. Feels longer now. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller?
That's why I never stay in one place too long.
Something to be said for that. Third Born was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars.
The Third Born you described sounds more like like a legend than reality.
I guess it felt like one, too. Hardtack and Merc brew after a long day's patrol tasted better than any feast. Being back, it felt like we were watching Third Born die a slow death.
You're facing the brunt of the Dreamscourg that would take its toll anywhere.
True. But I can't help but feel that the Third Born I knew 6 years ago would have faced it better. I think what's eating at me is that Third Born seems rudderless. The Dreamscourg is one threat, conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Third Born feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving?
Third Born will change and adapt with the rest of the lands.
Or it'll go the way of the godless and their ruins. Not sure which idea makes me more uneasy. What about you? You were sent by your emperor to investigate the Dreamscourg. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. You brought Egwolf to Adir in justice, but then you thwarted the Steel Garrote's attack on Fjord. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides?
I follow my principles, not my commands.
That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Third Born is able to find its way somehow.
So tell me about Thomas Badge, the one we're looking for.
A marker of his service to Third Born's defense. And something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauatayan naval tradition that Third Born's kept alive. Another debt I owe him.
That's all. Good night, Kai.
Night, envoy.
Marius.
Listening to Yatzli's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else.
She's been helpful so far.
Right. Soap is useful sometimes, but I don't pour it in my drinks. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then.
You seem really bothered by this.
Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway.
I'd love to get your thoughts on our companions.
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatzli. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to see what's down there, I guess? And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries. I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but what if she doesn't?
I want to talk more about you.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
You really should open up more.
You're paying me to keep you alive, not to open up. In fact, you're not paying me at all. Keep things professional and keep your guide happy and unburdened by thoughts of his past.
Is it really that bad?
Maybe, maybe not. Isn't it enough that I'd rather not talk about it?
I'll get you to open up somehow.
Ha! Not without a sharp blade or a barrel of Wodak, you won't.
That's enough for now.
Anyway, what do you need?
I think I've learned a little more information about your parents.
Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself.
Why is life so difficult there?
Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love.
They were keeping secrets?
Huh. You should be a sharpshooter. You keep hitting the target. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the wardens were my family. If my parents were alive or dead, I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory.
Everyone is worthy of knowing where they came from.
I mean, I know the important part. I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there.
Thank you for talking to me about this.
Right. You asked.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Not before I've done some reading.
Good evening.
I want to ask about you.
Go on then. Don't be shy.
What do you think of our travel companions?
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
You must have some opinion on Yatzli.
Of course. She's brilliant, open to anything, and sees the world as she wants it to be. Yatzli gave me my first glass of wine, and the courage to approach a special someone. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Did she know your parents? Wait a second, who is this special someone?
No one to get jealous over. To call it a relationship would be an insult to the word. But it was fun while it lasted. Animancy is the study of life. Unfortunately, we get so busy that we forget to live. So a little roll in the hay is good for the soul. Yatzli taught me that. Well, not the part about rolling in the hay. That was my idea, and I don't recommend it.
Did she know your parents?
Indeed, old friends. When they died, Yatzli protected me. Made sure I had one consistent person in my life. I think that's why she gave me that glass of wine. Why she encouraged me to live my life to the fullest. She was making sure I hit all the milestones I could have missed. Now that she's traveling with us, maybe she can teach you a thing or two. I think that covers everyone. And if my good opinion changes, you'll be the first to hear about it.
Can we talk about what happened to your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fjord's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
That sounds vicious, but incredibly dangerous.
That's putting it lightly. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
That's a lot of power for one animancer.
My father thought so too. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
What do you think happened?
I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dreamscourg had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. That means it's been here a long time, or the forces behind it.
You knew the phantasmal focus was dangerous when you used it in Nakutaraget?
It's just a tool. Even a wool scarf is dangerous in the wrong hands. Besides, studying a pillar of Adra is not the same as prying apart the fabric of the living lands. My mother learned that the hard way.
Does animancy often change people with that?
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
How old were you?
I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time. Now, at least about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dreamscourg from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
Let me know if I can help in any way.
I hardly think your Emperor would approve. Good thing he's on the other side of the world. Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
How are you holding up?
Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home is under attack by the acolytes of an insane witch god. But from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Messiverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work.
Why is that?
The Dreamscourg. Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dreamscourg is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Well, I understand it. Until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing.
Your research will change lives. This is a setback, nothing more.
I hope you're right. I really do. It's told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden, for better or worse.
Your name is Castel. Any connection to Castel's falling?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castel led the Vaelion trading company in the Deadfire archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
No family connection.
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already.
What was Castel's fault?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
Any idea what happened to him?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castel is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Vaelion trading company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castel succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
Have you tried animancy on yourself?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. Next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
There's a lot of questions, honestly.
Oh, the Magpie's lemonade will do that to you.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
How does the phantasmal focus work?
A simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
You're saying the Living Lands doesn't want to be controlled?
Indeed. Don't get me wrong. This invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Pleasant dreams.
That's a lot of talk.